Act 5, Scene 3, the lost scene of William Shakespeare's famous tragedy, Hamlet. After the deaths of Claudius, Hamlet, Gertrude, and Laertes, the aforementioned characters have been reunited with King Hamlet in purgatory. The actions of the deceased Danes, more specifically Claudius, are examined through a Freudian lens. Claudius's mind is quarreling with the three aspects of the Freudian theory, the id, ego, and superego. His ego fails to balance the id, Claudius' desires, which consist of becoming king and acquiring all that comes with it, such as power, wealth, and the queen, and the superego, any moral obligations Claudius has. Enjoy as King Hamlet faces those he left behind for the first time.
Laertes, it fell to you the role of pawn in my brother's well-cankered chess match. I do regret your involvement, but I would have you know Polonius's pride. Apple of my eye, traitor to the royal bed. Gertrude, I have of you both the lash and the lonesome want of embrace. Wherefore you played the fool in my brotherly betrayal. My once loved, now lost. How the soul doth lament the loss. Alas, my poor, sweet son, I only wish that thou couldst been spared the wrath of this most bittersweet occasion. You, worthy soldier, of my honor, of grave rights mine, loyal in life as in death, tribute to my best attributes. And you, were you not dead, I'd be the second killer's coming henceforth.
Father!
Son.
Hamlet?
Gertie.
Brother? What is this sight that befalls my eyes? Are these but rogue visions that plague my mind? Have we met our ends, Father?
Yes, my son. Purgatory surrounds us all on this plane. For most, it is but the final crossroad before eternity's maw. Yet, I have business with you dead before you move on. Except for you, lad. You lived a life righteous to your latest hour. Preying on you was my brother's crime. Your aims matched my own son's, to right a sired wrong, defend family honor. For that, you will receive no ill judgment. You may take your leave of us.
The role of fool has my cast been. My conscience does bleed to see my intentions turned so sour. Hamlet, King Hamlet, Gertrude. My will towards vengeance was stronger than reason. I essayed seek retribution and found only myself played the jester. Now I seek only forgiveness for the rash and haste of my misdeeds. My boorish drive, I let myself be made the fool, dance the most flawed dance. And you were my maker, though now I'd be yours given the chance. Had I a sword, I'd run you through. I take my leave of this. My king and Hamlet, I leave the rest to you. Hamlet, my king, the rest I leave to you.
My son, you have avenged my premature departure. For that, you have my eternal gratitude. Eternal, certainly, for had you not succeeded, I very well may have been stuck twixt the longing tug of high heaven and roaring hell forever. You have served me well. I knew your aim would not fail at final end to strike true. Your sacrifice will, borne steadily on the lips of trusty Horatio, carry your honor's tale forward for generations. And so they'll say, Denmark's prince, the young and true, till dying breath with sword drew, did stalwart maintain defend, father's honor, country's mend. 'Gainst slings and arrows did oppose that which Hamlet foresaw arose. He nobly carried out his plan, kingdom's strongest, greatest man. And although he simply could not save those closest and those acting knave, intentions pure, his sword did sing. For Denmark, Hamlet is your king. Arise, my son.
Father, though my rapier found proper home, my guilt made daily growth. Ever larger did it swell as my intentions were, like my hiding weapon, stayed and blunted for so very long. Every day that I delayed my tasked revenge, I bled honor from the...
Take peace, my son. Silence. Your deed is done. The die is cast, and the cast has died. I know you, my boy. I know your ways and the like. Hamlet, who could think circles round mathematicians, out-reflect the clearest looking glass, and deliberate longer than a dozen irate jurors, since the very day his thoughts could first formulate. I did not think action's swift arrival. You've always been a thinker, and all the better for it. A hasty rush to action does not become those of regality, and swift, foolhardy decision-making does not a good king make. You've done your duty fully, my son. Lay your worry and guilt to rest.
Thank you, Father. My heart's purpose can flutter all the smoother now.
My queen, an apt word of wisdom was once shared by our son to his lover. The same I ought share with you. Take thee to a nunnery.
What? Hamlet, I hardly understand.
I loved you once, Gertrude, and dearly so. So great was my adoration that I took your affectations for affections, assuming they'd simply must have had the same fortitude as mine own. I was wrong. Still, I have not the wanton force of heart to forever condemn you. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll be able to forgive you your trespasses. Maybe. Knowing you fell prey to the manipulation of the real villain here softens my cold gale's blow.
Hamlet, please. You were my everything. When I lost you, I lost my world, my way, my light. I walked blindly in the darkness after you were gone.
No more lies, strumpet! Those who edge through darkness's reaches for some time adjust their vision. You lost your light, you say? Hardly had my glow been extinguished before you reach for the next torch. And yet, one whose rays shine so reflective of my own. It must have been hard for you to mourn for a whole fortnight before abandoning me. You lost nothing, alas. Mirth and funeral is all but too true. Leave us.
To whence do I?
Now! Just as young Hamlet, I too know you, Claudius. You fancy yourself Machiavellian from youth. I've known of your pursuits after the throne since childhood. Father even warned me that you might seek treason against me. And yet, the fool I was, I brushed him off. How could my own brother ever consider such an evil? I said, my own brother? Surely, even lacking love lost, the fear of damnation would stay even his keenest blade. I told him. Well, I nearly grasped at the truth. The dagger played no role, at least not one of a nature physical.
As if you're without fault. You always had to be the best. Mother's favorite, father's star pupil, a prodigy of war, master of tactics. Well, I surely bested your defensive strategy this time. A few drops of Hebanon make for a short-lived siege.
How dare you?
You damned fool! You'd rot and burn in the refuse of your wasted existence. You were slain twofold by my hand thus. Why not try for a third?
Hold on. Stay right there.
Can I get this for a second? Don't stop. Okay, thank you. Listen. Okay, we're trying our best here, and sorry for the continuity errors, but we didn't have enough time to film this stupid thing, and we're doing our very freaking best. Look at these guys. They're staying in character right over there in the thing. So just freaking bear with us. Yeah, we got laptops, but we're not freaking my memory's not that good. We're doing our best on a scene-by-scene basis, so if you guys can just shut up and listen for a second, we're gonna finish up pretty quick. All right, take that. You got that? Don't stop. We're good. You guys ready? All right, action! Son, it's no use. The grip of mortal weapons is here lost. Claudius, you oughtn't resolve away from fear so speedily, brother. Your pain will come forthwith. Your judgment is nearly commenced. Damnation eternal is not half your bounty due. You will feel the heat of true power soon enough.
What so mighty makes thou?
Not thou to you. Not anymore.
Brother, please, I only wanted to...
Cease! I have no further qualms with you. Your judgment is now that of the greater. My time here has passed, and it seems so too has yours. Good morrow, brother, and each hence. A shame you left no heir nor legacy. For whence you travel, prayers are a commodity scarce and most valuable.
No!
Come, young Hamlet, our business has here finished. Visions most delirious and wild. How the draught doth affect my mind's eye. I ought hold back more. Brother, what happens you're here?
Oh, your slumber is past? I travel only to give sweet the sustenance of the trees.
I had an imagining most outlandish.
I, too, have been afflicted with night happenings most strange. However, I must away. Good morrow, brother.
Fairly well, Claudius. What villain hath soiled his morning spread?
It was all a dream. I once was robbed of kingdom and queen when I felt the poison trickle in my bloodstream. Hung your portrait on my wall. Wealth is not enough, can't help but swoop in to have it all. You let my grave rot while your bed rocked. Fought in bras marching, better have a pile stock. Way back, armored up to take a crack, throwing flag, smack like the pole. Remember Hamlet too, the hard, you never thought that his revenge would take him this far. Now you're getting real tight, cause he knows right. Pipers getting paid, get mashed up like marmalade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Member quitting everything, lose like a beginner. Peace to Big P, York always so funny. Danish King Flex, shout out Laertes. Revenging like you knew we would. No haste, not making waste our own pace, it's all good. Yeah, wanna use a dagger, it's gotta be bigger.
Hi, I'm Matt McManus, who played the role of King Hamlet in this film. You know, we here had a great time bringing this film to life for all of you, and I sincerely hope that you enjoyed watching it. As far as our final conclusion narration goes, I will be taking care of that presently. As you saw towards the end of our film, we started to utilize a lot of Freudian examination of Claudius's character. As you see through the speeches of King Hamlet and even Claudius himself, you see a noticeable lack of impulse control, which is referencing the idea of the id being unbalanced in Claudius's psyche. You also see examination of dream analysis when you find out at the end that the whole thing was all a dream. So, as you can see, a lot of different components of Freudian psychoanalysis were put into this film, and we really gave it a lot of thought, blood, sweat, and tears. So once again, here, I'm Matt McManus, and have a pleasant, pleasant day. That should be good, right?